Good afternoon, everyone. As you know, I have the best superintendent in the entire United States with me today, Jackie Bird, and we're here together once again to talk about the great response from the school board and what happened because 12-year-olds did things that they shouldn't have done. And here's what it amounts to. Yep, this is marijuana. It's gummies. It comes in a block. It's about a 100 milligram block, and this 100 milligram block is supposed to be torn into 10 individual doses of THC laced gummies. Now, once again, I'm not going to elaborate on the fact that I warned us all of this was coming. These gummies are produced in California and they're sold online. And Leviticus Jones, who's 12 years old, came into possession of this package of gummies, which is about so big. Leviticus has told us a couple of different stories about how he became involved with possessing this, but be that as it may, we're working with him. His parents are totally cooperating and understand the gravity of the situation. So Leviticus comes to school today claiming that he got this gummy that he tore into pieces from someone else on a school bus. That's still to be determined. During second period, which is gym class, he presented this to a total of 6 other children. In 7th grade, I'm told that there were 2 boys, 12 years of age, and 4 girls. Of the 6 of them that received a piece of this gummy, 5 of them were transported to the hospital because of an overdose. It's easy to figure out. 6 kids, a 100 milligram bar that should be into 10 separate doses of legal use in California of THC is now distributed, the 10 dosage, between 6 children. We rushed them to the hospital with EMS where they were being treated. The last child was taken by her parents to the hospital. Leviticus will be charged with 1 count of possession of THC or marijuana resin, 6 counts of distribution of THC within 1,000 foot of a school, and possession of paraphernalia. So it would be 7 felony charges and a misdemeanor charge. We're fortunate in that the children are all going to make a great recovery. They're going to be all right. There's no long-term injury or illness here as we understand, but obviously we're concerned. We're concerned as to, one, how did a 12-year-old ever come to be in possession of this drug, this illegal drug in the state of Florida? And 2, why did he offer it to these 6 kids, which quite frankly, with the exception of one little corner, have apparently devoured this bar during gym class? So the investigation goes on at this time, and we will report the results of that to you. Let me turn it over to our superintendent, and she will give you details about what they did. And I just want to brag on the school system. Their response was remarkable to this emergency whenever it manifested itself at about 10 o'clock this morning. Superintendent Burton.
Thank you, Sheriff. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, I applaud the staff for what they did. When they learned of something happening with students, they responded immediately. They went by classrooms to check on children. They went by and they made sure that they got the children and made sure they made contact and contacted the EMS to come out and take those children to the hospital for, to make sure they're safe and to make sure they're going to be okay. They're all okay. But the sad part of this is, again, we could have been here with a different outcome if someone did not respond. So I applaud the staff for what they did. They followed through with the procedures and the protocols that we have in place and making sure we keep our children safe. What I want to say to our parents is that everyone at school today is still safe. They'll be safe again tomorrow. They're going to be safe throughout because we do have procedures in place to keep children safe. But parents, I ask you, please talk to your children. Please make sure we're looking at their online, social media, if they're buying and purchasing, see what it is. And then parents, talk to your children and say, if someone is offering you something is going on at school that's not normal, please let them talk to you and notify us immediately. Notify the sheriff's office immediately if there's something wrong. We want to make sure that everyone is safe when they come to school each and every day. So again, I applaud not only just our school staff, I applaud the sheriff's office for making sure that they follow through and making sure that they do what they need to do to protect our children. The sheriff and I have a partnership, and we have a commitment to keeping our campuses and our children safe at all times.
Jackie, what were the symptoms that the kids were exhibiting?
You know, I don't know the exact symptoms because when they heard about it, they actually went and got the children and they had them transported, you know. So I don't know the exact symptoms or what they were, you know, exhibiting at that time because they responded very quickly when they learned of it.
Jackie, is this the first time students have consumed edibles that you know of?
This is the first time that I'm aware of right now that they consumed it, yes.
I have a question for Brady. You said that it's legal. This stuff is legal in California. Is it legal here?
It is legal in California for adults. It is not legal. It is not legal in the state of Florida in any way. So any possession of this is illegal in the state of Florida. And as to their symptoms, they had stomach aches, they were nauseous, dizzy. One of them was all but passed out and took obviously way more than the recommended illegal dose. By the way, I'm surprised that I'm finding myself have to talk like that. But the bottom line is it's all illegal in Florida, and even in California it's illegal for a child to have it. But when you can go online, you know, Green Hornets becomes something that'll sting you, and it stung all those kids today.
So, Sheriff, you know that Leviticus went online and purchased that?
I know that Leviticus has it. I don't know that he bought it online. He's told us at least two different stories of how he came to possess it, and we are working through that now.
Are you
So,
looking into his parents?
excuse me?
Are you looking into his parents?
His parents are totally cooperating with us, but obviously they will be working with us on the investigation. We're focused on Leviticus at this time. We don't have any indication that his parents contributed to this. If we determine that, then obviously there would be other criminal charges, but we don't see that at this time in the investigation. His parents have been forthright, totally cooperative. They are concerned not only that Leviticus did this, but that he exposed these other children. So they're concerned about the other children as well. And according to Leviticus, he didn't take any of this. The other kids did, but he said he didn't. So it's frightening. And fortunately for us, it was not some other drug that was more dangerous in small doses than this was, even though this was toxic to them in the amounts that they took.
Will the other kids be in trouble?
The other kids have eaten the evidence, so to speak. So in the technical term, you could draw blood and then there would be misdemeanor possession. But no, we're not going to charge the other children. They will be dealt with appropriately by their parents and the school system under discipline conduct rules there. Leviticus right now is the one we're focusing on. But if someone else provided this to Leviticus, we want to know. Because ultimately, he's 12 years old. So if a 20-year-old gave it to Leviticus, then our focus is the 20-year-old. But we've got to work through that during this investigation.
So we heard 7 kids ate it, but now it's 6? Is that the number?
Six kids, and Leviticus is 7. Okay, 1 child went with her mother. 5 went to the hospital. We've not found the 1 child, so we don't know whether or not that child consumed, but we're told anecdotally that they did, but we've not confirmed that yet.
But Leviticus says he didn't take it.
Leviticus says he didn't take any.
So how many did
You say 6?
At least 5 for sure, maybe the 6th one who we've not talked to. We know 5 consumed. We suspect the 6th one consumed. 5 went to the hospital by EMS. 1 went with the parents for 6. And Leviticus says, I provided it and asked them if they wanted some, and they all tore pieces of the bar off and consumed it. And Leviticus is facing 7 felony charges and a misdemeanor. Okay? Anything else?
Picture of it.